Hi, this is Joe again with another review. And for this video, I'm doing a Disney movie, a direct-to-DVD release. Now, previously I have done, excuse me, I have done reviews of not all, but some of the classic Disney films. And of course, in the early 2000s, Disney, I guess they had nothing else better than do with themselves. They decided to make direct, in a lot of the cases, direct to DVD releases of sequels to previous films. Most notably, of course, for Aladdin and The Little Mermaid and The Lion King, Pocahontas. Dumbo 2 was supposed to have came out a long time ago, but for some reason that hasn't. But for this particular review, I'm going to be doing the sequel to one of the most famous and beloved and heartbreaking Disney films, Bambi. And of course, the sequel is, of course, obviously, Bambi 2. Right? And of course, this movie, like most of the Disney sequels, or direct-to-DVD sequels, sucks. It is. It's bad. Not all of them, royally suck like Bambi 2 does. I mean, that Bambi 2 totally sucks. The thing with the other sequels I mentioned, which most of them I have seen actually, it's disappointing because it doesn't have the same magic as the original films. That's why most of them got crappy reviews from other critics. But the one thing they give the other sequels, credit for, is the fact that they pick up, except for this one, which we're going to get to. Most of the Disney directed DVD sequels, at least they pick up from when the original left off. So at least you have a constant story in the second film that picks up from when the last one left off, or a couple of years later. Or a couple of years after the original film, or a few months, or whatever the case may be. But for Bambi 2, this picks up. This movie does not pick up from where the original left off. This one picks up from, of course, the most heartbreaking sequence, was when Bambi's mother gets killed. That's when this movie picks up. It picks up from the middle of the movie, pretty much. It does not pick up from where the original one ending. Of course, the original Bambi film, which please check out my video of Bambi if you haven't seen my review on that one yet. The original ending for Bambi is, of course, when Bambi takes over the herd and becomes the great prince, instead of young prince, becomes the great prince of the forest, and he marries Feline, and has two babies, twins. But it's kind of like a similar ending to what the Lion King was. That's similar ending. So the Bambi and the main character having twins with his girlfriend or his wife. And that's when the sequel should have picked up. From Bambi being a father raising his two kids. That should have been the story. But not in this one. This one picks up from where Bambi's mother gets killed. And now the father, who is voiced by Patrick Stewart, I mean, he is, of course, the guy. And of course, he was the guy in Star Trek, Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek The Next Generation. So, he decides, what the hell is he going to do with Bambi? I mean, it's like, I can't raise a kid. Hello, if you didn't want to raise a kid, then what the hell you knocked up his mother for? Schmuck. Put a condom on, okay? Put a deer-sized condom on you. I know those are the things as deer-sized condoms, but he goes on this rant saying, "Oh, I can't raise Bambi because it's the doe's job to raise the young bucks. Is their job, and of course he asks the owl, friend owl, to find someone who will take care of Bambi because he can't do it. It's too much of a big shit to do it himself. Well, eventually, through the course of the movie, he does take care of Bambi himself, and of course the ending is similar to the ending of the original movie. Uh, in terms of there's no real villain in this one. The original movie was man was the villain, so of course you have the same villain in Bambi 2 as you had in the original one, and that's man in the forest. Of course, they use the same technique in Bambi 2 as in the original Bambi film, and that is you don't actually physically see man. And of course Bambi's father goes, hey, you have to feel, you have to like, it's kind of ironic. Yeah, Patrick Stewart is the voice of Bambi's father, using you gotta feel the force around you. He's acting like Yoda. In Star Wars, you must feel the words around you. But routine, and I am not kidding. he actually does that. Then you have to feel everything around you. You have to nose and hear and smell. Use all your senses to know what is going on, to see if the rest of the deer are in danger from man or another enemy. And of course, the enemy, of course, is man, and he comes man to the forest to get Bambi's. And there's one particular deer who Fred now picks as the one who could take care, or the doe who would take care of Bambi. She gets caught in a deer trap, which she finally does escape from, because she doesn't get killed, because Bambi's father comes along, and he doesn't even really have a name. Bambi's father. I mean, all the other characters pretty much has a name, except for Bambi's father. He doesn't, except for the Great Prince of the Forest. That's it. That's all he has. So he gets this other deer out, but then Bambi's father decides, "Hey, I'm going to take care of Bambi myself." The hell with the tradition of the dogs taking care of the kids. I'm going to take care of it myself. But in the end of the movie. But of course, the biggest threat is, of course, you had dogs. And when you really kind of have dogs in the first movie. It's been a long time since I saw Bambi, so you did have kind of had dogs in the first movie, but this was more of a threat in this film. But other than that, it's like almost the same type of threat in the animal, because you gotta have a threat to Bambi. You can't just have an hour, 12-minute movie, which is it's very short. You can't have a 1 hour and 12-minute film without some type of a threat to the hero of the film. Hero here. So they had the dogs running around chasing them, and then of course they had to fight with the dogs. That's about it. I mean it's not really all that thrilling. Of course, one other side note, the thing that I really disliked about this film is they introduced, which wasn't in the original film, they introduced Thumper's sisters. He had about 3 or 4 sisters, and they were annoying as hell. They were annoying characters, and it kept bugging Thumper all the time, and it just became annoying. It became a distraction. It became every bad cliche you could possibly have in a Disney film you had in this thing. And of course, the other side note, which I should mention, there was one particular rival deer who does not like Bambi. It kind of reminded me of the bit of the movie The Sandlot, which I previously reviewed. There was one line in The Sandlot where the new kid, Smalls, "You're killing me, Smalls," says to Ham, the fat kid in The Sandlot, "Oh, I thought you said when you were talking about the great Bambino, me Babe Ruth." So he says, "Oh, I thought you said the great Bambi." and he says, "That wimpy deer." Reference to, of course, in the movie they call him a wimpy deer. Well, in this thing, Bambi is a wimpy deer, especially in this one. Especially in Bambi 2, he is kind of a wimp. I mean, I have to say, it kind of is a wimpy deer. But to an extent that this other deer was like a rival for Feline, says, "Bambi, that's a girl's name." He even made a reference making fun of the name. Bambi's a girl's name. Of course, that then became a rivalry between the two of them. Bambi and this other boy deer, and he says, "We're going to be meeting each other real soon." Which, of course, I think it kind of references to a scene where Bambi actually fights another deer over Feline in the original movie. When they were, of course, actually much older, and Bambi has his antlers already. I think that's what this other male deer actually represented, that character from the original Bambi film. But as the film itself, I think it's like a lot of the Disney sequels are they're more disappointing than anything else. The animation, of course, is great. I mean, I'm not complaining with the animation or the technical part of the film, but it's just that technically it's fine, but the execution sucks. Especially because they pick up, like I said at the top of the review, it does not pick up at the where the original film that leaves off, with Bambi being a father and raising the kids. I mean, if they did that, that'd be fine. But no, they picked up when Bambi's mother dies. And they picked up from the worst part, the most. I don't have to say that, except for maybe the end. That's the most famous sequence. It's one of the most famous sequences from the original film. There's only 3 sequences that everybody remembers: the ice skating sequence with Bambi and Thumper, the Bambi's mother dies, and of course the scene at the end with the fire in the forest. Those are about the 3 most famous sequences in the original film. So instead of, like I said before, instead of picking up from the original ending of the original film, they pick up when Bambi's mother dies, which is one of the things that I think that's about everybody remembers, that Bambi's mother gets killed by halfway through the film. And if they picked it up from the ending of the original film, I think it would have liked it much better. But going back the way they did kind of ruins the original movie. At least for me. I think also, I might be wrong, but I think other critics of the Disney universe will make the same criticism for it. So that's my review of Bambi 2. Please click on the video. Please rate it. Feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all of my reviews not only on my YouTube channel, but also you can check out my videos on rallyc.com. That's all WDY, the letter C.com. There's a whole page to the Rally Reviewer, Christine Moore. Check out all of his content on his website, not just his TV trash videos, but also the other contributors to his website. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time. And also, one more thing, you can also follow me on Twitter as well. So check me out on Twitter. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.